All right, well, I ain't gonna bother to try and set up any description or anything if we keep cutting out. I don't know if I'm having the same issue that Fresh Princess was having earlier today, or if it's just my own issue. I know I am a little ways away from my source of internet, so it could be that. Um, Anyways, we're gonna give it another shot. If you're 45 or older, give your doctor a call, schedule a colonoscopy, and if you get a chance, cook some steak or something. I don't know. I'm trying to see the best way would be to set this up and not start myself on fire. I'm gonna have to clean the grate here and stuff, but since we're having such an issue, I figured I'd just let her rip. I'm gonna move the camera down here a little bit. Hopefully, we keep a stable. It's telling me we're getting an unstable signal on those last shots. So hopefully now, I do have a lot of metal around me. There's a freaking barn and a metal shed in between right where the computer is now and the server for the internet. So I'm assuming that's what my issue is right here in this spot. Anyways, what's up? Let's see. Oh, you guys saw the pictures of what we're cooking on here today. Not bad. I want to set up that. What's up, Bernie? All day today. So, and yesterday. So I've been cooking inside the barrel stove and also on some charcoal. I'm going to set up this questionnaire for anybody that stops in. I don't know if anybody will, but nah, never mind. It's going to take too long. Let's get started, eh? Boom. All right. Let me turn this light on here. And all right. Sheesh. All right, I'm gonna load up the grill here. Move the steaks out of the way. Thought about having the dog out here, but then I thought, well, I can't keep my eye on these steaks the whole time, so I don't want him to run off with them. He's just a puppy. All right, let's see. So we're making our holes inside this barrel stove. Nice, huh? This is how I'm going to start making all my coal for my smoker. Fire, fire, fire it up! We've had a lot of tree damage, tree disease, shit like that in the area of Minnesota. That's where we're at. We're in east central Minnesota. Pretty much, if you look at the main freeway through the United States, north and south, highway Interstate 35. In 3 minutes, I can walk over and touch Interstate 35 from where I'm sitting right now. And then if you look at the northernmost part of the in the Twin Cities area, Interstate 35 splits into two sections, Interstate 35E, which is Interstate 35 East, and Interstate 35 West. And that's when you come into the southern part of the Twin Cities. After they come back together on the northern part of the Twin Cities, that point where it comes together is right out my front door. The property we are on, that we own, is industrial, zoned for industry. It is just in the burgeoning parts of being developed here. We've been on this property for over 40 years. And basically, it's the family nest egg. Sooner or later, they're going to build on this property. Basically, and I've said this before on a video, it's the if we ever have good trade with Canada again, it'll be, the plan is at least to have in the future to have self-driving semis driving from basically where these, just right up the road here where they're starting to develop. These self-driving trucks will go in and out of Canada and the United States hauling freight, and then when they get to this point, they'll drop off. It'll be self-driving electric vehicles. They'll drop off their trailers, pick up other freight, and head north. It'll be exchanging back and forth. And then manned drivers that can articulate through the cities of the Twin Cities will be driving these trailers into the cities and having them unloaded and loaded again, and then bring them back here. And it's just going to be an exchange place. Also, it's called the area that's being developed right now is called Love's Travel Center, but they have 95 spots for semi trailers right now, and that's kind of what they're doing. But they're not doing it with electric self-driving vehicles yet. So basically, as long as we can keep paying the high-ass taxes for this particular property, we'll live here until somebody wants to buy it from us. Or until we want to develop it ourselves, I guess, or something. But right now, we're just hanging out, man. I don't know if that's going to be enough coals. I'm going to throw 2 more shovels full, and then we're going to get this grate down there and get it heated up and clean it. What's everybody smoking on tonight? I got a doobie of Gubble Bum. Getting ready to fire it up. All right. Perfect. We're going to let that heat up. Here, let's see. We'll do this too. This will help it along. Such a pain in the ass. I hope this is still on. It's hard to... Let's see. Anthony Lester, brother, how's it going? Good to see him, bro. Oh, shit, it's upside down. Son of a bitch. Flip. We're getting there. It was great. Wasn't built for this. Close enough. If you're gonna go, go big. Perfect. Hope everybody had a great New Year's. That is our fire. We're basically cooking pretty much directly on coals. That's probably 2 inches, I guess, from the top of those. I'm gonna throw some wood in our barrel stove here and take a sip before we rip, and then we're gonna freaking burn one while that burns down a little bit. So I don't know how many people watch any or a lot of YouTube stuff, but I watch a variety of stuff, cannabis related, but a variety of stuff. And one of them, law ones or whatever, were mentioning, and I just figured I'd put that out there because a lot of people, including myself, were unaware, and I'm still not 100%, but sounds like the over-the-road drivers possibly will be not affected, or will, it's going to be a good outcome. The DOT does not test for Schedule 3. So much like codeine and other stuff, they're not going to be testing for cannabis, supposedly. But I mean, you can search around and maybe check those facts. But Bernie, is that you, Bernie? What's going on, brother? How's it going? Just putzing around. I was making activated charcoal for my biochar and other kinds of stuff. I got a rabbit crap factory right next to me. Wild rabbit crap collector. Oh, right on, just working. Cool. Appreciate you stopping by. Right on. Let's see. Anthony Lester drinks some Royal Crown Blackberry. Right on. That is a specialty around, or a specialty, maybe, I don't know. That's hard to get around our parts. I actually work in a gas station that also has the one cashier works the gas station and liquor store, but it's 2 separate stores, to keep the kids out in Minnesota, right? And that stuff apparently was getting distributed to the bigger stores. Um, uh, like they would get like 1 case of that per year or something, or at least around here. It's very hard to come by. So, um, I don't know. You could be pretty lucky to actually have that stuff. You would be around here. I know we can't. They don't even offer us any. We're not big enough. It's pretty cool. It's first bottle Crown Royal Blackberry you've tried. Okay, cool. Yeah, we do get the what is it? Green apple and the peach, and then the regular. Uh, it's a pretty dang small store. We have probably more craft beers than we do have bottles of booze. Let's see. He prefers moonshine. I hear you. I hear you. 160 proof. Yep. Uh, yeah, that's something I have not made. I have made mead before out of my honey, And I've had successes and I've had failures, but I've never gone by anybody else's recipe as far as flavors. And the couple of times that I have had failures, from what I understand, it was because I was using too much citrus. I was using citrus peels and stuff, and not whole peels, but uh, some grated citrus. But then I would squeeze the orange juice in there because I didn't want to waste the juice, and I think that's where I was going wrong. But here's the thing: right away, it had a funky, oily kind of feel and taste to it and smell, but I had those bottles sit for, oh shoot, it's been 3 or 4 years now, maybe even longer. And I opened one recently, the last one actually. I used one to dissolve some eggshells with, but that's when I was like, shoot, this stuff smells pretty good. So then I opened the other bottle and tasted it, and it actually came around. It's very dry. I don't drink, but it's got tested at 13% because you do your, I don't remember. It's the UVB or not, whatever the you measure, but it's been a while and I only tried it a few times. I still have all the equipment. If I had the honey left, I would probably make some more right now. But I just started um, like melting, I would guess, some of the honey that I have left, and ugh, all I have is that one there and that one there left of honey from this year. Um, there is some in some hives on some frames. Uh, so I will have some to feed my plants next year because that's a lot of the sugars that I use is from my honey. So, or well, actually, all the sugars that I use, any sugar that I put in there is from my honey. Uh, yeah. Let's see. Grandfather was a moonshine maker. Right on, right on. Uh, White lightning or moonshine? I thought they were the same thing. It's like white lightning, more just corn instead of the sugar. Allegedly, I know, right? I know, right, right. Oh, yeah. Allegedly, a lot of stuff. Criminy. You never know what's gonna get you locked up or set you free these days, or set you free and then get fucking locked up again. I guess sounds like some pardons are getting revoked or some shit. I don't know. I stay out of politics, I guess, but you walk through a freaking living room once in a while and you hear some shit, it just upsets the fuck out of you. Anyways, what do we got here? Oh, yeah. This is from a friend of mine that I got for birthday. Yeah, coming up here in March, we'll be celebrating. Is it 54 now? But I feel brand new. I got two brand new hips. I had one hernia patched up, got another one a little bit starting or whatever, but um, and just to have lived through all that cancer bullshit and chemo and stuff, pretty lucky. Anywho, here we go. Whoop de woo. And since we got some nice natural fire here, we're gonna light it on that. Ooh. Don't know why that feels special, but I see people lighting with wicks and stuff all the time. Although this branch is probably pretty green. Let's find a dry one. Or, here, we can do this. I just so happen to have my latest batch of biochar here. Oh, and that's all wet. I forgot about that. This piece of biochar. Oh. Well, anyways, if that was dry, we would use that. I just got done making it and dousing it, so it will not be dry. I do have some dry limbs right above my head here. Somewhere. Well, there we go. Sorry, it's darker than hell here. We had a bunch of rain last night. That was crazy. Came out at like 3 o'clock in the morning and it was just pouring here. Yeah, I don't know. It is what it be is, and that should be pretty clean by now. That looks pretty clean. All right, folks, we got some bubblegum OG Kush, I imagine. I say I imagine because it is a kind of a self-pollination I did, or the results of a pollination that I did with a unknown male. And this stuff tastes like bubblegum, or it smelled super like bubblegum. That's kind of gone away now. The taste has kind of gone away too. Not severely. It's kind of changed more over into a hash flavor. But from what I understand, that's what the old OG Cushies tastes like, or some of it could taste like bubblegum or smell like bubblegum. A little bit windy out here. Tastes good though. My glue job is coming apart, I think. A little bit. All right, I got to run and grab my fork. I forgot it. All right. So, this is my favorite knife in the world. Old Hickory. And it's an old-fashioned steel knife. So it doesn't have that freaking beveled edge or double beveled edge. It's got one edge on it on each side. And that sucker is so sharp. I can run down and hold that about 10 inches off the ground as I'm running down a corn stalk row. And I can cut down a freaking 12-foot, 20-foot, 40-foot row with that knife, just running down it going. And Yep, I think, did my joint go out? I might have mopped the end here. Well, here. I'm going to start back up. It's been a while since I smoked any today. Excuse me. This is what I call my Amber and Crombie and Fitch fork. It's evidently or obviously pretty old. Okay, I think there's no markings on it, okay? It's a antler handle manufactured because there's no, it does not look like it was freaking handmade at all to me. And this thing here, I don't have a like Ben Franklin stove or a cooking stove with those plates on it, but I think this might be for lifting the plates off of a wood stove from back in the day. But sorry, I got this thing pitched down so you can see down, but I can't see what I'm doing really. I don't know. I like it. I've had it for quite a while. I got it at a garage sale. But at first I thought maybe it was a hair curling iron that somebody, you know, turned into a freaking fork, but it just looks too manufactured. Actually, a while ago. Oh, brother, appreciate that. Yeah, I think it's just neat as hell. Oh shit, I'm losing my connection. Oh, I'm back. Fuck, I gotta quit moving that computer. I'm kind of a ways out away from the house. But I love it. I love it, I love it. Cuckoo. Alright. We're gonna finish smoking this joint here, hopefully. And then I'll smoke them steaks. And my damn stool is frozen to the ground, or I'd move it out. Oh, there we go. Sweet, it melted. Oh, I was gonna throw some more wood in this fire. I said we got a lot of things going on. All right. We only got freaking 5 gallons of honey this year. And I don't know if anybody's seen any of the other videos, but frass out of the bees, the dead bees. So I'm making damn near and pretty much, well, most stuff. I do like to use some fish emulsion, bone meal, blood meal. There is a organic what do you call it, orchid bloom liquid shit or whatever. I used some of that this year, and that's freaking seemed like it was pretty amazing. only because everything I threw at the plants this year didn't fuck with them. So I'm assuming because I had very good success with the jigs that were fucking up to the fucking potential. I'm assuming that everything did well, and it was my best outcome ever. Probably not for yield, but as far as taste and effect. But the genetics, some of the particular genetics were fucking above and beyond anything I've had before. And we're gonna throw down this year. It's all gonna be at least the photos this year are gonna be verified clones, verified genetics from clone of stuff that I have at personally gave to my friend or he's collected on his own. And what I'm going to be growing this year is the ones that he has that I gave him. I don't think I'm going to mess around with anything that I'm not familiar with as far as photos. I did receive quite a few different auto flowers. So I am going to be popping some of those this year. It would be my second year growing autos. The first year was just a little practice with some variety flowers or variety seeds that we didn't pay much money for. So I wasn't too upset. I learned a lot. I learned they're trainable, which was important. And I learned, or I came up with a strategy for training them this year. So if you look back at, I've got a couple videos with my autoflowers on there. Here they trained very well. Just that the potency wasn't in the genetics, you know. All right, we're about 2/3 done with this doobie, so we're gonna throw the meat on. Make sure it's scraped off one more time. These were tenderized and salted. A little bit of garlic salt, a little bit of onion powder. That is one of the ribeyes. Ribeye. And porterhouse bear. All right. Now I might dip in there and get a couple little shovels full of freaking coals and stick them around the outside here to sear up the edges. If I got any more coals left. Nowza. I buried them in there with wood. I can smell it cooking already, though, I can tell you that. I attempted this 3 times, setting this live up. First one I had on there, you know, pull up a chair or pull up a fork or something like that. Dig in, blah blah blah, and then got that setup started and it went down. Next one, let's see, I set up a questionnaire. It was what would you do with 2 ribeyes in a porterhouse? Would you eat it or trade it for a small home? And then I started that one up and it crashed. Guess you just got to freaking hit the live button, go for it, and then put all the freaking other shit on later. What up, lazy clouds? What are you doing here? Good to see you. All right, hell yeah. So I'm pretty blessed to be in the situation I am in, really. We do have a deer hunter that comes out here and hunts on the property every year. And oops. He butchers some cows and just about hunts everything that has, you know, limbs or wings. And as a thank you every year, around this time, he'll hook us up with 2 great big huge freezer bags full of different kinds of meat and some bacon that he makes himself. Some of it is salmon from Alaska. I don't know, pheasants from who knows where. It's unnecessary. He does not have to do that. I would, you know, what we saw this year is the biggest deer a lot of people have seen in this area get hit by a car out here. So I'd rather see them get hunted and used rather than run over and then spoiled because nobody saw it happen or whatever, you know. That was I mean, this deer I'd been watching for 3 years. I feed him pumpkins out in my front freaking yard. It was probably my fault, you know, because he was there. I mean, we have apple trees and other shit, so he'd be eating the other stuff too, you know. But it was just a shame, you know. I knew his tracks, for Christ's sakes. Man, this stuff is so tender. It's hard. It just flops over on this fork. I gotta quit watching the screen and just point the camera and then look. Yowza. Just so much damn smoke. Feel like a freaking real carnivore tonight. Oh shit. Who this? Hello. Hello? Oh, you got the wrong number, brother. Oh man. I've had this phone or at least this number for 18 years probably, and I still get freaking phone calls for this Kenneth dude. He's a realtor somewhere, and boy, they are hunting his ass. I don't know if he's alive or dead, or he's just still giving out the freaking same number, but whatever. Giving out some stupid number, and it's always the same one. Ooh, doggy. Oh, looks like you can see it on that camera. I hope so. Sizzling, that's for sure. Fat's curling up on here. Getting some grill marks going. Nice. About done. Cut. I like mine a little on the dunner side. All right, boy, there's a lot of smoke over here. Let's close this up. Oofta. We have a movable wall here. Well, let's see what happens. Hey, rock and roll. Hope everybody's doing fantastic whenever they watch this. If anybody watches it. That is fucking styling and profiling. The fat is just about ready to fall off the damn thing. That one's about done. Ooh, that's a good looking piece of meat there. Oh, Mar. Fuck, this tender as fuck. Whew. And we are not cooking over cold coals, folks. We're about there. That's good. But see, he's got a bone in it, so I want to make sure them bones are good and hot. They can be a little crispy around the edge for me. There's so much fat on there, too. For anybody that likes fat cooked up. I don't. I like to cook some of it, some stuff with fat on it, though. I mean, like these here, there was no way getting around that. That was going to be cooked with fat on it. Ah. I think I'm going to grow the Purple Punch Lemon Drizzle again. I still have to talk to my buddy about getting a cut of his White Widow, but I want to grow that one. Outdoors, living soil, in ground, whatever you want to call it. And then if he still has the blueberry sprinkle, which I'm pretty sure he does, we're going to do that one. And then the other one's going to be a question mark. I don't know really what he's got over there yet. I can flour 4 at a time, so that's what we're gonna do. Yummy, Lazy Cloud says. Thank you, brother. Let's see. He used to have a neighbor that hunted in his home state. Yep. Oh yeah, trade fresh veggies. Yep. See, that's why I love having that garden too. I don't do a lot of trading with the garden, but I'll do a lot of giving away. All right, there we go. That thing's done. Carnivore style. Actually, I'm gonna give it 1 more minute on the other side. Same thing with this one. Numb. That one's still bleeding here, so I know who's going to dive right into that one there. It's been a while since I cooked over straight coals, but I'm definitely going to use this barrel stove for making my coals for my smoker now. I was getting into this earlier. We've had the oak wilt in this area and the emerald ash borer, and everybody's been getting ash trees cut down in the area. My buddy's got some ash he's going to send over here. And another buddy of mine's got some oak that he's going to send over here. I've got an ash that's got to come down. And then we've got a whole freaking woods of trees. And that's a lot of times where I'll get my exercise in the winter is to go out there, cut that stuff down, cut old dead ones down or whatever, and drag them up here by hand. There's a lot of ash out there. Right on. These steaks are oozing right now. I'm going to get them into the house. I could leave this live going and putz around. Might as well. I got a lot of cleaning up to do. Anyways, thanks everybody for watching. Appreciate it. Love y'all. Safe travels. Adios. Oh, there's the coyotes. I don't know if you can hear them. They heard me out here yelling at you guys. So. Probably 3 or 4 of them out there. There could be as many as 20, but all right, folks. Thanks a lot. Bye.